Your Christmas Day present for 2024 was, well, it wasn't actually the Houston Texans who basically blew it on their own, but Beyonce giving you the gift that keeps on giving. That's her NFL Christmas Game Day special, or Beyonce Day, for NRG Stadium in Houston during the halftime show versus the Ravens, who blew out the Texans. We'll be done with them at this point now. The event was streamed live on Netflix, and Beyonce performed tracks from her latest album, Cowboy Carter. This is the first time she's actually done a live rendition of these songs for the world. I think she's done them in some places. Maybe she had. I guess the tour was over by the time she actually put the album out, so there wasn't really a place to do this. But you got to see a whole bunch of songs from Cowboy Carter, and if you don't like Cowboy Carter or Cowboy Beyonce, she ain't going nowhere. She made a grand entrance on a white horse, donning an all-white Western-inspired ensemble with a big old cowboy hat and a really big fur coat. The appearance struck the tone for the Christmas theme, Cowboy Christmas, and went bonkers from there. Performances include notable collabs with Shabuzi, also Post Malone, and Blue Ivy Carter got a chance to dance alongside her mom on this one. It was a grand scheme thing. Songs from it were 16 Carriages, Blackbird, Ya Ya, My House, and of course, Texas Hold'em. This was a great show and had great reception from fans around, fans in the crowd, fans seeing Cowboy Carter and seeing Beyonce in this new light. It's a whole lot of sparkly white, though, from my perspective. It was literally white everywhere, all over the place, including in the stands that had, My House, because it was Beyonce's house. And fans and critics all praise the performance as dynamic and what's going on, and the blend of country and pop music together. The live stream on Netflix held itself together. In the party I was at, and we kind of had to blame their internet, they had two glitches in the early parts, but it went well for the entire thing. We got to see the whole thing in mostly no real interruptions. So it showcased her versatility as an artist, highlight the increasing prominence of black artists taking over everything, and now going back to and being in country music with a little bit more pop flair, if you will. This isn't Ray Charles sings country music where Ray Charles sings like a blues guy, so he sounds like a country guy. This is Beyonce doing something different, adding some mixes to it. Even Shabuzi, who is country, and Post Malone, who is Post Malone, making it happen. Now, what was the thing that I have to say about this? I'm going to say it's a B performance. Not because I'm giving it overly praise or no, I'm trying to drop it down. But these are things we've seen in Beyonce's stuff already. So the show was not so much a surprise. The spectacle of the show is not a surprise. The marching bands going back and forth and all them dancing girls, not so bad. It just was, unfortunately, because she raises the bar and has raised the bar for everyone ongoing, and the halftime shows for Pepsi are going to definitely have to up their game this season to where it is. She no longer can perform down here because she's made it way up here. So it's not at least here. You don't think you're getting your money's worth. People thought they weren't getting his money's worth when she showed up to endorse Kamala Harris. All she said was, I endorse Kamala Harris. She didn't bust out in song and have all the Destiny's Child's girls dance behind her. They were there, but it didn't turn into a show. So Beyonce may have done this to herself and raised the bar to admission for her own talents to a well-level high. One thing notable, because we got to be dirty about this, no signs of Jay-Z all weekend. Mama and Baby were dancing on the thing. No signs of Jay-Z like in the stands talking to the folks, hanging out with C.J. Stroud saying, yo, dude, you doing all right? You fine. Or hanging out with Lamar Jackson saying, yo, dude, you good, you real good. So so we have to drop that rumor innuendo there on that end right there. However, it was a good show. It was a great show. It wasn't, top tier show of the world, but it was a top tier Beyonce show, which unfortunately means we're judging based on Beyonce, and Beyonce does so much at that level. It's hard to really give her topping grades going forward. Do you love you some Cowboy Carter? Do you love you some country Beyonce and a little Dancing Blue Ivy along with it? Do you like that Shabuzi song? You think Post Malone is overstepping his bounds by hanging out with Beyonce and Taylor Swift? What do you think about the show? What do you think about the music? What do you think the halftime show is going to be? Let me know in the comments.